AMP cost commonly equivalent to $0.0034 a coin, which is genuinely critical. The present exchanged cost range. 0.0034, 0.0035 and in every way that really matters, huge way. The earlier day close. 0.0034 in an unpretentious way. The change most certainly was 0.0000, 0.00%, which is genuinely critical. Converse rate. United States dollars to AMP, which really is genuinely critical. AMP value expectation for, in the not-so-distant future and month, AMP cost expectation on Monday, December 11. Cost $0.0034, beautiful greatest $0.0036, truly least $0.0032, which generally is very huge. AMP gauge on Tuesday, December 12. Cost $0.0036, in every practical sense, most extreme $0.0039, all things considered, least $0.0033. AMP cost expectation on Wednesday, December 13. Cost $0.0042, essentially greatest $0.0045, kind of least $0.0039 in an especially significant manner. AMP estimate on Thursday, December 14. Cost $0.0042, genuinely most extreme $0.0045, really least $0.0039, which certainly is genuinely huge. AMP cost forecast on Friday, December 15. Cost $0.0044, especially most extreme $0.0047, sort of least $0.0041 in a fundamentally huge manner. And multi-week AMP estimate on Monday, December 18. Cost $0.0044, most extreme $0.0047, really least $0.0041, which all things considered, is very huge. AMP cost forecast on Tuesday, December 19. Cost $0.0045, truly greatest $0.0048, sort of least $0.0042 amazingly. AMP estimate on Wednesday, December 20. Cost $0.0045, for the most part greatest $0.0048, essentially least $0.0042, by and large as opposed to mainstream thinking. AMP cost forecast on Thursday, December 21. Cost $0.0044, kind of most extreme $0.0047, truly least $0.0041, which by and large is very huge. AMP gauge on Friday, December 22. Cost $0.0045, fundamentally most extreme $0.0048, especially least $0.0042, essentially in spite of prevalent thinking. In about 14 days AMP cost forecast on Monday, December 25. Cost $0.0046, sort of greatest $0.0049, certainly least $0.0043, by and large in spite of prevalent thinking. AMP gauge on Tuesday, December 26. Cost $0.0046, in every practical sense, greatest $0.0049, truly least $0.0043, which generally is genuinely huge. AMP cost expectation on Wednesday, December 27. Cost $0.0044, extremely greatest $0.0047, especially least $0.0041, kind of in spite of prevalent thinking. AMP estimate on Thursday, December 28. Cost $0.0044, truly greatest $0.0047, exceptionally least $0.0041, which in a real sense is very huge. AMP cost forecast on Friday, December 29. Cost $0.0045, especially greatest $0.0048, essentially least $0.0042, extremely as opposed to mainstream thinking. In 3 weeks AMP figure on Monday, January 1. Cost $0.0046, kind of most extreme $0.0049, sort of least $0.0043. AMP cost expectation on Tuesday, January 2. Cost $0.0049, exceptionally greatest $0.0052, essentially least $0.0046, further appearance how today's exchanged cost range. 0.0034, 0.0035, which fundamentally is very critical. AMP gauge on Wednesday, January 3. Cost $0.0045, extremely greatest $0.0048, fundamentally least $0.0042, which is very huge. AMP cost expectation on Thursday, January 4. Cost $0.0045, fundamentally most extreme $0.0048, especially least $0.0042. AMP figure on Friday, January 5. Cost $0.0044, extremely greatest $0.0047, least $0.0041, exceptionally further appearance how AMP conjecture on Friday, January 5. Cost $0.0044, kind of greatest $0.0047, genuinely least $0.0041 in an extremely significant way. In about a month AMP cost forecast on Monday, January 8. Cost $0.0051, extremely greatest $0.0055, fundamentally least $0.0047. AMP gauge on Tuesday, January 9. Cost $0.0049, fundamentally greatest $0.0052, exceptionally least $0.0046 in an unpretentious way. United States dollars to AMP today. United States dollars to AMP conversion scale, especially equivalent to 291.55 coins per $1, which sort of is very critical. Today's reach 282.49 to 292.40, which basically is very critical. The past day's nearby 290.70, or so they really thought. Change for now plus 0.85, plus 0.29%, which essentially is very huge. United States dollars to AMP cost conjecture for, in the not-so-distant future and month, or so they essentially thought. Dollar to AMP figure on Monday, December 11. Cost 294.12 coins, fundamentally greatest 312.50, least 277.78, showing that AMP cost expectation on Friday, December 29. Cost $0.0045, genuinely most extreme $0.0048, in every practical sense, least $0.0042. Genuinely in spite of mainstream thinking. United States dollars to AMP forecast on Tuesday, December 12. Cost 277.78 coins, sort of greatest 303.03, kind of least 256.41, which is very critical. Dollar to AMP conjecture on Wednesday, December 13. Cost 238.10 coins, truly greatest 256.41, least 222.22, showing how AMP cost expectation on Thursday, December 21. Cost $0.0044, by and large most extreme $0.0047, fundamentally least $0.0041 in a quite huge way. United States dollars to AMP forecast on Thursday, December 14. Cost 238.10 coins, kind of greatest 256.41, fundamentally least 222.22 in a genuinely enormous way. Dollar to AMP gauge on Friday, December 15. Cost 227.27 coins, in every way that really matters, greatest 243.90, sort of least 212.77, which is genuinely critical. And multi-week United States dollars to AMP expectation on Monday, December 18. Cost 227.27 coins, kind of most extreme 243.